Hi, I'm Daryl Tank. I'm sure glad I can tell you that I've just finished a brand new series on how to draw realistic hair with my 5-pencil method. If you're watching this, you're probably familiar with it, but if you aren't, you can go to www.5pencilmethod.com and take a look at the things that are there. It shows all the fundamentals, things I'm going to talk about and refer to throughout this series. Some of the things that are really challenging about hair, many people run into problems with, are things going flat, becoming solid with no texture, losing the contour, and it gets really discouraging. I want to help you with some of those things. I've got a number of ideas to make sure that that doesn't happen and take some of that tension out, some of that anxiety. That alone is going to help you do a lot better job on hair, because hair should have a wonderful flow and grace to it. You should be able to loosen up and enjoy it. I've got several sections. One of them is how the tapered stroke applies to drawing realistic hair. I go through step by step of showing you how to make the strokes, how to maintain the spacing this time, whereas before we've been trying to create contours. But this time the texture is extremely important. I'm going to show you how to do that with the tapered stroke and how to do the mechanics so that you can be consistent and yet have some wonderful flow and grace. The next section is structure and perspective. I want to be able to help you understand what we're actually putting the hair on, a round head. That structure is extremely important because we want to know how to wrap that hair around, how it conforms as it even hangs off of that rounded head. The way it wraps around is going to also help us to suggest perspective. And so some of these things, if you start thinking about them, will automatically start improving how it's going to look when you draw it. The next section is on textures. Now, this is one of my favorite things. I love textures. A lot of the principles in the technique apply across the board, whether we're drawing straight hair, wavy hair, curly, or even an afro. And I want to be able to help you maintain the texture and not have something just go flat or become solid. I want to be able to have you do some of these things that sometimes are so subtle but have such a huge and profound effect on your drawing. So I think we can really do something here. The next section on edges and transitions. This is really important. It's something that I want you to be aware of and I think will really help you as you draw hair. I want you to think about how it's coming out of the scalp. What direction is it going? Again, how is it conforming to that round head? I want you to be able to think about how the outer edge of the hair is. How does it end? How does it go around behind? And some of these things, again, are going to add life and vibrancy to your drawing of hair. And I think it's going to improve your portraits. The next section is drawing braids. Very structured things like dreadlocks, twists, things that are a little bit unnatural. You have to go ahead and make it into the form of something. But I want to show you how to still make it look realistic, add some texture, have it dimensional, and be able to take in consideration lighting. I want to give you a good base so that you can go ahead and do other things that might be very structured. The principles are very similar, and I want you to start gaining some confidence so that you can go ahead and draw what you want. In the next section, we're going to deal with color. I know a lot of people struggle with how do I show the color of hair I want to draw. When you have a black or a dark lead and you're drawing dark lines, how in the world are you going to draw white hair or blonde? I want to be able to show you all the way from what to do when you have a very light color of hair all the way to the very darkest shades, dark brown, black, and still maintain dimension and contour and depth. I think I can help you, and it's going to bring some excitement to your pictures. Now the last section is going to be on beards. As you can see, I'm partial to beards, but I've picked out 4 different samples. One of them is very dark. It's a short beard. I'm going to go to a salt and pepper, white and black together. I'm going to use mine as one that doesn't have a whole lot of color to it, helping you see contour and depth anyway. And the last one, is going to be a fuller, more complex beard, but I want to show you how to do something that is very dense, and I want to show you how to have levels in that as well, a lot of depth. So again, the whole idea that I have in being able to show you this is to take away that anxiety, that fear that it's not going to turn out. I want you to be able to enjoy the experience and have, again, the confidence you're going to be able to tackle almost anything. This is going to really be a nice touch to your portraits, and I hope you have a lot of fun.